The president's wiretapping claims have sparked growing questions over surveillance in the U.S. The president can't legally order the wiretapping of an American.
Only under the Foreign Intelligence Service Act, also known as FISA, can federal judges and the Justice Department order the specific warrants to do such a thing. They allow surveillance of a foreign power or agent of a foreign power.
CBS News Justice and Homeland Security correspondent Jeff Pegues is with us now from Washington to answer some of these questions. Jeff, what can you tell us about President Trump's explosive claim?
Well, FBI Director James Comey is disputing the president's claim, and senior FBI officials made that clear to the Department of Justice over the weekend. Law enforcement sources say the FBI pushed back because the president's claim, in their view, falsely suggests the FBI broke the law. At the heart of Mr. Trump's claim is the accusation that former President Obama ordered wiretapping on the Trump campaign. But according to Justice Department guidelines, the president cannot order a wiretap if the surveillance involves communication to which a U.S. person is a party. Typically what happens is the FBI gets the warrant from a special federal court with the approval of the Attorney General. Former President Obama's spokesperson denied President Trump's claim, writing that neither President Obama nor any White House official ever ordered surveillance on any U.S. citizen, and any suggestion otherwise is simply false. The FBI's investigation into Russia's campaign cyber attacks has expanded to include whether Trump campaign representatives were coordinating with the Russians, and part of the probe includes examining electronic intercepts. Now, if the FBI was intercepting communications at Trump Tower, as Mr. Trump claims, what that means is that investigators were able to convince a judge that there is reason to believe the subject of the warrant is working for a foreign power and against the United States, which, as you know, Anne Marie and Tony, is pretty serious stuff.
So, Jeff, if I'm understanding you correctly, you're saying that if this allegation from President Trump is correct, he could be, in effect, acknowledging that the Obama administration, the Obama Justice Department, could convince a judge that there was such a clear potential connection between Russia and agents within the Trump organization or Trump Tower that they got a warrant to tap this wire?
Well, you're right. What he is sort of opened himself up to is confirming what many of us have been reporting for some time, and that is that the FBI has been investigating whether there were ties and coordination between Russian operatives and officials and Trump campaign representatives. And so that's part of what is at play here. Is he confirming some of the details of this investigation, which, as we've reported for some time, appears to be expanding?
Now, when I first read these tweets, Jeff, and heard that Donald Trump was calling for a congressional investigation, I thought to myself, well, he's the president of the United States. Can't he make a couple phone calls and really get to the bottom of this without taking it to Twitter? Can he?
Well, listen, presidents from each administration, they get briefings. They get daily presidential briefings. This is a package of information that is gathered by the law enforcement / intelligence community. So any president of the United States has access to intel. Whether this president was briefed on this, we just don't know at this point. Whether he picked up this information from some media report, we don't know. And that's why you have people on Capitol Hill calling for the president to divulge where he is getting his information from.
Now, Jeff, what has been the reaction so far with the FBI Director James Comey asking the Justice Department, or reportedly asking the Justice Department, to reject the president's claim? No rejection so far forthcoming. What does that do to the relationship there?
Well, it creates a strain, and we have not heard back from DOJ in terms of, we're not hearing a response from DOJ on this. As we've been talking about, the FBI sent a clear message to DOJ over the weekend that they wanted DOJ to push back on this. But nothing from DOJ at this point. Maybe we'll hear something later on today, but so far there has not been that pushback that FBI Director James Comey was urging DOJ officials to do. In the eyes of FBI agents and the Bureau itself, this is an assault on its credibility, on its reputation, and that's why you have senior FBI officials and Director Comey himself pushing back on this notion that the president makes in these tweets that there was some unauthorized surveillance going on at Trump Tower.
All right, Jeff Pegues, nothing yet from the DOJ, but quite a bit from our own Jeff Pegues in Washington. Jeff, I don't think your work is done today. Thank you very much for being with us.